guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you some of my mommy favorites. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while, and now that Grayson's a year old, I feel like it's the appropriate time to do it. I hope that you guys find some of these favorites helpful, and I have quite a few products to talk about, so let's just go ahead and get started. The first product that I'm going to talk about is hand sanitizer. This is just a must for me. I always had to have it in my baby bag at all times. You know, we're constantly touching things all day long, and water and soap is not always available, so the next best thing is sanitizer. Next, I have some Clorox wipes. I love these. They're so easy to pop into the bag, and I use these whenever we're at the park and I want to wipe down the swing before putting Grayson on it, or if I ever forget my shopping cart cover, I could just wipe it down with this and he's good to go. These boogie wipes I've mentioned before, but these are definitely a favorite of mine. You know how when you have like a runny nose and you keep wiping your nose, it just starts peeling right here on the sides? That doesn't do that, and they smell amazing. This next product is so genius. Like, I wish I would have came up with it, but this is the Tide to Go stick. Every mom needs one, I'm telling you. If you have kids, you know that kids equals mess, and they're constantly getting food on themselves or getting things on you. So all you have to do is pop it open like this, put it on the stain, whether it's on your shirt or your pants, and instantly it removes it, and it doesn't leave a ring around it, which is great. So every mom needs this. Once when Grayson was a baby, I used Johnson & Johnson soap to wash him, and he just broke out all over, and when we took him to the doctor, he just said that he has super sensitive skin, so he recommended using Aveeno products, and ever since then I've never switched. This one is really good because it's lavender and vanilla, so it calms them down. We all know that lavender is really good when you're trying to get a good night's rest. So trust me, whether you have a fussy baby or you're just looking for a good product to bathe them with at night before bedtime, try this and I guarantee you're gonna love it. Next, I wanna talk about some baby detergent. I love Dreft soap. I've been using it ever since Grayson was born. Like I mentioned to you guys, he has sensitive skin, and this has never disappointed me. Not only does it remove baby food stains really well, but it smells like baby, which is the best part. This next product is so adorable. For the moms who have baby boys, you know that when you go to change their diaper, they like to pee on you. Like, I've gotten peed on a few times. So whoever came up with this made a great invention, because these are wee-wee blocks. I have a football here and a baseball. You just put it over their private part and it stops them from peeing all over the place. You need these. This right here is a smartphone / mini tablet holder. Finding this was such a game changer for us. Whenever we're not reading books to him or he's just feeling a little fussy, we'll turn on the iPad, we'll put on one of his Christian cartoons or an educational video, and he'll just sit there and be entertained the whole time. By the way, I'm also gonna go ahead and link down some of Grayson's favorite cartoons down there if some of you mommies wanna check it out for your babies. Quick little story, there was a time when Grayson had really bad constipation. So some babies, when they're transitioning to solid foods, will either get constipation or diarrhea. Grayson just so happened to feel constipated. Of course, his pediatrician mentioned to us that that would happen, but a couple days went by, we tried giving him apple juice, we gave him a little bit of prune juice, nothing was happening. So his dad and I took him to the emergency room because it was a Sunday and his doctor's office was closed. When we got there, we waited for hours, and they basically just told us he's constipated and you're just gonna have to wait for him to use it. That's it. That's all they told us. But Grayson was crying non-stop, and me as a mom, like, my mommy's intuition was telling me, like, there's something wrong, he's really in pain, and they were just like, oh, it's okay. But you could see him turning red from trying to push, and he just was so frustrated. He kept crying and crying. So I went ahead and did my research when I got home, because I just couldn't let my son continue to be in pain. So after doing a lot of research, I went ahead and found this natural baby laxative, which is made out of prune juice. The name of it is Baby Move. I did so much research on it, and I read so many product reviews from moms that say that it was a miracle product for their babies that had constipation. So his dad went to go buy it for him, and what I did was I ended up giving him less than they recommended, and I gave him a little more water. But even then, I'm telling you, within the next 10 minutes, he was using the bathroom, and it was just such a weight lifted off his and my shoulders, because the baby was happier and he didn't keep using the bathroom. It's not like it just made him go for hours and hours. Like, he just did what he needed to do and he was okay afterwards. So that's definitely a product that I would recommend if you have a constipated baby, because one, it's natural. Like I said, it's made out of prunes, and two, it actually helped my baby and he was pain-free afterwards. Next up, I have the little fruit mesh for teething babies. Grayson loved this as an infant. I would just put fruit in there, bananas, apples, grapes, whatever, and it would just help him so much while he was teething. So fruit mesh. You gotta love it. When I was looking for teething pain relievers for Grayson, I wanted to find the most natural product that I could. If you guys aren't aware, products like Orajel actually contain something that's called benzocaine, which actually cause a blood disorder that's called methemoglobinemia. Once I found that out, anything with benzocaine was completely wiped off the list, and these were actually recommended to me by another mommy, and they're benzocaine free and preservative free. I will say that they don't last as long like the pain relief, but they say that you can give them to them every 15 minutes if you need to, up to 9 times a day. They actually come in a little plastic tube. You pop open the bottom and you just squeeze it in their mouth. So if you have a teething baby and you're looking for a good pain reliever, I would definitely recommend these Camellia drops instead of things like Orajel. Next up, I want to talk about this diaper bag by Grayson. I was in the market for a black bag that had a lot of pockets, that was big and spacious, and this one was really affordable. So there's a couple reasons why I love this bag. For one, it's really spacious. It's black, so it doesn't get dirty. It has a lot of pockets, so you can put bottles or whatever you want to put there. And it also has a case for wipes, which is super convenient whenever you need to change the baby's diaper. Pop it open and pull out a wipey from there. Also, it was a really good price too, so if I can find it, I'll go ahead and link it down below for you guys. This right here is the Clean Smart Toy Disinfectant. I love this. I actually used the whole bottle, and this is a new one. As you guys know, the kids' toys get really dirty, and this one's actually a rinse-free product, so all you have to do is spray the toy down, take a paper towel, wipe it down, and let it dry. They mention here that it kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria. It kills RSV, cold and flu, strep, E. coli, salmonella, and it contains no harsh chemicals, which is awesome. Now I want to talk about rail guards and why they're so important. It's funny because before Grayson started doing it, I didn't know that kids actually bite the crib when they're teething, until I saw him one day and he had little paint chips on his mouth, and I'm like, what are you doing? So I looked it up, and that's actually common. Babies do that just because, you know, it relieves the pain when they're teething. So in order to stop them from doing that, you just pop on some rail guards. You have one for the front, the long part, and then you have 2 for the sides. Next up, I have sunscreen. As you guys know, it's summertime, even though it doesn't feel like it here in New York. It's like 60 degrees right now and raining, but sunscreen was something that I always put on Grayson. I put it on myself, and this is just the one that I like. This is the Baby Organics mineral-based sunscreen, so I wanted to share it with you guys. These Gerber cookies are everything, you guys. Not only does Grayson love these, but his dad and I love them too, so every time we buy him some, we always make sure to get some for ourselves too. They're so good. I'm not even kidding. If you've never tried these, go get some for your baby and get some for yourself because they're so good. I'd rather have these than adult cookies, to be honest. So when I was helping Grayson transition from the bottle to a sippy cup, I remember trying so many different ones, and he would just look at me like, nah ma, just give me my bottle, because all the ones that I would find, they always had like the hard top, and he just didn't like it. So then I found this brand, Avent. But anyways, I love their bottles, and when I found this sippy cup right here, it actually has a soft spout, so it wasn't too hard for him to be like, okay, you know, I could get used to this. And after like a day or two, he was fully using these. Like, I didn't even have to go back to the bottle anymore. I have to recommend these. Next product is something that we recently just bought for Grayson. If you guys watched the vlog where we picked up the lightweight stroller, we got these backpacks right here, and I love these because I used to have them when I was little. We got him a lion. We also got him a little bear. We bought him these because he walks now and he's actually starting to run away from us. So you go ahead, pop this on their backs. It has the long parent strap, and when they're trying to run away, you just get over here. You guys know that I'm a woman of faith, so ever since Grayson was born, I always made it a priority to talk to him about God, or just have him listen to Christian music, or just read him books. And I think it's so cute because one of his first words was actually God. So he learned mommy, daddy, go, and God. So now he's constantly just saying God, God. Like when he watches his movies and he sees Jesus Christ, he's like, God, God. So I want to go ahead and talk about these baby Bibles because he loves these right now. This is My First Read and Learn Bible, and this one is My Little Bible ABCs. This one I really like. This one is one of my favorites. When I was reading the 10 Commandments to him a couple vlogs ago, this was the book that I was reading it from. It's just so adorable. It goes from A to Z, and for example, the letter A has biblical words like angel, apple, ark, and it describes them for you. So if you're a believer, this is probably the #1 thing that I would recommend. The last 2 products that I want to talk about are actually for us moms. The first product is these hair, skin, and nail pills. So if you're pregnant right now, don't get scared at how much hair you're gonna lose after you give birth. I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen to everyone, but I know that it happens to most mommies. It definitely happened to me. When I first gave birth, I was still taking my prenatal pills, but after I stopped taking those, I started taking these hair, skin, and nail pills. Sometimes I forget, but for the most part, I was taking them, and I feel like it really helped with the hair loss, along with coconut oil. We all know that coconut oil is good for so many different things, and I remember when I was pregnant, my hair was so beautiful and shiny. It was growing. It just looked the best that it's ever looked, and the minute that I gave birth, I was stripped of all that beauty. That tends to happen because after you give birth, your estrogen levels decrease. So what I started doing was just constantly deep conditioning my hair with coconut oil. I would do it at least once a week. So this, along with the hair, skin, and nail pills, that's how I was able to bring my hair back to life. So that's it, Mama Bears. Those were all of my mommy favorites. I hope that you found them helpful. Let us know down below what some of your mommy favorites are for me or for the people watching. We can all just share our favorites with each other. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. You do it. Papa. Papa.